and it looked like Chennedy Carter has finally broken her silence about this Caitlin Clark situation. Chennedy Carter just jumped out the window and justified an assault on Caitlin Clark.
Chennedy Carter has finally broken her silence, and what she just said about Caitlin Clark's infamous shoulder check has the basketball world in shock. Was it just basketball? Or was it an outright attack on the WNBA's new superstar? Tonight, we uncover the full truth behind the incident that may have cost Carter her career.
Break down that situation that happened.
Yeah. So, in basketball a little bit, there's things called talking, what you like to call smack or whatever everybody likes to call it.
Yeah.
Plays before things are said, that's a part of basketball.
Let's rewind to June 2024. Indiana Fever versus Chicago Sky. A normal regular season game until one play changed everything. Carter scored a basket, but instead of jogging back on defense, she veered directly into Caitlin Clark with no basketball purpose, delivering a shoulder check that sent the rookie sprawling to the floor.
Chennedy Carter has always been kind of up against the fence when speaking about this Caitlin Clark situation. We remember when she first got asked about this during a press conference, she stated that she wasn't going to speak on Caitlin Clark. Now, we know months later, she still hasn't spoken on the whole situation. That is until today. Yes, Chennedy Carter finally broken her silence about the Caitlin Clark hip check.
Clark's response? She got up. No theatrics. No retaliation. Just pure professionalism. Meanwhile, Carter dodged questions after the game. No Caitlin Clark questions, she told reporters. For months, she refused to speak until now.
She was signed to the Chicago Sky with Teresa Weatherspoon, with Angel Reese, with Camila Cardoso, and, the rest of the folks. And then we get to the body check. This was originally ruled an away from the ball foul, but it was obviously a flagrant foul. It really upset a lot of people, which really escalated the issue. And it was really just poor sportsmanship on Kennedy's.
This wasn't Carter's first clash with controversy. Back in 2021, while playing for the Atlanta Dream, she was suspended indefinitely for conduct detrimental to the team after a heated argument spiraled out of control. Later, the Sparks traded her. Each stop seemed to raise more questions about her professionalism.
One thing pushing Caitlin Clark, and it's another thing blindsiding her. I don't think there's no justification for that. To be honest, we can be honest.
Timing couldn't have been worse. The WNBA is experiencing record-breaking growth, driven largely by Caitlin Clark's arrival. Attendance, TV ratings, and sponsorships are soaring, and the league is determined to protect its rising stars. Carter's attack on Clark wasn't just a foul. It symbolized a clash between old frustrations and a new era.
What little girl wants to grow up and play in a league where you're targeted like that? How do you sit here and profess and demand that everyone take women's sports seriously when you can't even take it seriously enough to not act like a junior high queen on the court? It's stupid. That's so dumb. It looks like a soap opera.
Months later, Carter appeared on streamer Neon's channel, offering a shocking explanation. She called it just basketball, a little tap, even suggesting she might have been elbowed before the play. But the footage tells a very different story.
Atlanta Dream did suspend her in the middle of the sophomore season, basically saying she was a detriment to the team and the team culture. So then the Atlanta Dream decided to trade her to the Sparks, the Los Angeles.
Fans weren't buying it. One viral comment summed it up perfectly. You all seriously don't believe her, do you? Analysts across ESPN, Fox Sports, and podcasts tore apart her excuses. And while Caitlin Clark prepares for her sophomore season as the WNBA's most marketable star, Carter is still without a team.
Crazy about all of this, immediately after that push, this is what she said to the media.
On the play before bumping in with Caitlin, it seemed like she turned to you a little bit after the Fever
I
score.
didn't answer no Caitlin Clark questions.
Did she say anything to you?
I don't know what she said.
What'd you say to her?
I didn't say anything.
So, is Chennedy Carter being unfairly punished, or has she become the cautionary tale of the WNBA's new era? The league is protecting its image and its brightest star, Caitlin Clark. But for Carter, this moment may forever define her legacy. One shoulder check, one decision, and perhaps the end of her career.
I said Chennedy Carter wasn't going to make a WNBA roster. And as it sit, April 20th, training camps start for teams in 7 days. Training camp for a majority of the WNBA start April the 27th. Chennedy Carter is not on any WNBA roster. Want to know why? Because it's Chennedy Carter's fault she's not on any WNBA roster.
Chennedy Carter has finally broken her silence, months after delivering one of the most controversial hits in WNBA history. For the first time, she's justifying that shoulder check on Caitlin Clark, and what she said has left fans furious. Was it just basketball? Or did she cross a line that may have ended her career? Tonight, we investigate the play, the fallout, and the silence that turned into excuses.
I think a play before, maybe I was elbowed. Okay, that happens. Think the next play down, maybe something was said. And then maybe there was like a little clip of somebody like yelling in my face. And then we go down the court. Then I hit like a little bucket. You feel me? Come down, hit like a little nice little mid-range pull up. And then I just like, just give her like a little, like, I'm here. Like, I don't think it was, what's crazy? Me and my brother went back and watched, and we seen a lot of clips in the NBA of guys getting like pushing LeBron. Like, I think it was Jeff Teague or somebody who like pushed LeBron out of bounds, like said, man, I was mad because like we couldn't stop him.
June 2024, Indiana Fever versus Chicago Sky. What began as a regular season matchup became the defining controversy of the year. After scoring a basket, Chennedy Carter veered directly into Caitlin Clark, blindsiding the rookie with a deliberate shoulder check. No basketball purpose, just impact.
She stopped and went through. That is not... We watched the clip. There is no way that we're letting this happen. Saying that it was nothing. This is not just a tap.
Clark's response told us everything.
She didn't complain, didn't retaliate.
She simply got up and moved on. Carter, on the other hand, avoided accountability. At the press conference, she cut reporters short. No Caitlin Clark questions. For months, she refused to speak until now.
I'm just it's like one of those things, like it happens in basketball. I know people try to say, oh, it's not one of those things.
It's not a personal thing. It's a competitive thing.
It happens in basketball, and it's just one of those things. But it's kind of what happened. Then it spiraled out of control.
And then the media takes whatever narrative they want to put out.
You watch every game, every single game, to see if you can find any deflects in my game, and it's really nothing that you probably could say too much about. So then you have trolls, and that's what I said. They're gonna be around regardless. But yeah, it was just like a nice little tap, I'm here, not to harm you or anything. If you want to push somebody, you're gonna full force.
This wasn't an isolated moment. Carter's career has been marked by volatility. In 2021, while with the Atlanta Dream, she was suspended indefinitely for conduct detrimental to the team. Reports of locker room arguments and clashes with teammates raised red flags. Traded to the Sparks, then the Sky, Carter's talent was undeniable, but so was the baggage.
This is crazy, and this changes everything. Because all this time, we've been waiting on Chennedy Carter to take responsibility for what she did to Caitlin Clark. It shows me, I ain't even got to watch all this footage right here, but I am going to look at it. But it's showing me right now that she still is not taking responsibility for her actions. She's finna blame this whole situation on Caitlin Clark supposedly talking smack to her.
The WNBA is booming. Attendance, TV ratings, and merchandise sales are shattering records. Much of it thanks to Caitlin Clark's arrival. She's the new face of the league. Protecting her isn't just about fairness, it's about the future of women's basketball. In that context, Carter's attack wasn't just a foul. It was a threat to the league's image.
That happens, man. It's one of those things. I'm a great player, she's a great player. It looks a certain way. Everybody's gonna have their views on it. But my personal view is, I don't have anything against her. She's a great player, and so am I. And I've got buckets all that season, you know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things that, I love it though. They think I hate it. I love it. I love when it gets riled up and juicy like that.
You feed off of like what people say and shit, and it makes you more
motivated.
motivated.
That's what I'm telling you. Oh yeah, I love the hate. I love that. Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then came the interview. On Streamer Neon's channel, Carter finally explained her actions. She called it just basketball. Just a tap. Even claimed she might have been elbowed before the play. But fans weren't buying it. The footage shows no provocation. No elbow. Just intent.
Look, bro. This is her pretty much begging for a team to pick her up. Oh, it's just part of basketball. That's not part of basketball, bro. What you did to Caitlin Clark, you can't justify that assault.
Basketball